My name is Tony Whgln. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I grew up on the east side, 94 and Chalmers. Going back to listening sessions, I think the different reactions I got from the groups of people were not only differential in like the words they would use to describe the community, but like a lot of it was similar. But when it came to the older people, I believe that they had a higher understanding of what's possible and what's not possible. And I think when it came to the kids, the imagination of what's possible was so open that a lot of their suggestions were limitless. You feel me? Like they weren't being held or bounded by any adult structured laws or policies and things of that nature. But you know, being able to sit in the middle and see those two ideologies come together is what pushes us forward. Wordage, togetherness. Not only did I not only did I listen to the listening sessions, but also went to the museum. I was able to utilize a lot of the resources of what makes Grand Rapids or what has made Grand Rapids indigenously, and apply some of those with a lot of the imageries of some of the things that relate to not only maybe the Grand Rapids community members, but community members outside of the city, to help just bring an overall sense of togetherness and relatability. Michigan, we know for our apples, funny things like that, little twerks. And also shout out to Old Goat for letting us get this wall. Gave him a little goat, you know, a little fun thing and shit. And a whole lot of other hidden similarities. Yes and no. My style of doing murals as far as like application goes kind of has evolved over the years. I used to do like a lot of roller paint and hand brushing until I realized how time consuming and exhausting it becomes, which evolved me over into spray paint. But I think spray paint kind of just reminds me of Photoshop and layers, knowing that certain colors got to be at the bottom and certain colors got to be on top. And if you want to create certain effects or filters, you feel me, it's all about, you know, hand control and stuff like that. But as far as it being different, I think that the pre-production process of it was unique as far as the listening sessions go, because not all the time do you get an opportunity to hear the perspective of the people in the community that you're applying the mural to. Sometimes you just gotta guess and get a feel while you're there, or you know, maybe sometimes people just create things and throw it up on the wall, but you know, we like to be able to, you know, put messages there that people that live maybe a couple blocks away can just be like, oh yeah, you know, I can relate to that. I think the impact I wanted to have is a sense of pride, a sense of happiness, a sense of joy. I would love for people to bring their families to come, take photos in front of the wall, tell their friends about it, just share these images so that way it's understood that not only Grand Rapids, but Michigan is producing beautiful things, and they're shared around the world. What I believe to have heard from the different groups that became all around like just this is it, but I think a more inclusive role in gentrification. There's a lot of things being developed that aren't being developed for the people of Grand Rapids that they feel, and I think having not only a more inclusive role, but more inclusive positions when it goes to creating these policies and these developers and the real estate here and the land. The people want more inclusion, and that's being able to not only see, you know, their businesses being posted around the city in a beautiful manner, but their communities being cleaned up, their landscaping being beautified. We want some indigenous and unindigenous plant life in the communities that people, aren't used to typical to seeing. Flowers and vivid colors and bright, bright, bright. A bright, bright community.
You're looking forward to the future, but you're just scared that they might shoot you. They saying everything's changed.